How do you witness to relatives who grew up in the evangelical tradition and have converted to Catholicism?
The same way I would witness to those that grew up in evangelicalism and are pagan lost people. It's going back to the heart of the gospel. I mean, especially if they've gone from evangelicalism to Roman Catholicism, which is what Elizabeth Elliot's brother did, to, just give a current example. Elizabeth Shadow the Almighty Elliot is from a magnificent Christian family, and her brother converted back to the Catholic Church, famously, from an evangelical seminary. But how do you discuss that with them? How I would do it is, that means they have a real interest in the gospel and the scriptures and the church history and everything else. And I would go back and define with them what is salvation. Because the heart of the issue is how we get the justifying death of Christ applied to our life. And is it applied the way the scriptures say? And the scriptures say that it was imputed to us, credited to us, or do we believe the way that Roman Catholic doctrine of oral tradition that we just heard about says that it is infused? The difference between imputation, which is what the Bible teaches, imputation, the difference between imputation and infusion is the difference between having something put into your credit card account and going around all your life with an IV bag. What would you think of someone that had one of those little four-wheelie cart things that has a little bag hanging on it, and they had a PICC line going into their vein, and they were pushing that thing around? And that's a Roman Catholic. A Roman Catholic has to be tied by an IV bag to the Roman Catholic Church to get to purgatory. They can't even get to heaven. They are getting an infusion, drip by drip, every time they go to the Catholic Church. Every time they do a sacrament, they're getting more drips, more drips, more drips. And I'm going to cover this in just a second. Do they understand when they went that way that it is no longer confusing? In 1564, is that when Trent was? About Trent. See, you're catching me without thinking about this too long, but when the Tridentan, when the Council of Trent codified Roman Catholic doctrine, it's no longer possible to say that Roman Catholicism is biblical justification described by the Bible. The Roman Catholic Church defined in Trent this infused grace through the sacramental system. Before that, it was a mixed bag. You had godly born-again people in the Roman Catholic Church, and you had real rascals. But in Trent, they codified it. Now, someone can be inside the Catholic Church and say, I disagree with Trent, and I just go for the stained glass windows. I think they're foolish to do that, but they can be saved. But if they swallow that, the Bible says in Galatians 1 that they are anathema because they have added works to salvation. So it's serious. So if they're just a thinker and they like organ music and stained glass windows and smoke, it's okay if they deny that.